Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Coming up, the search is on for the endangered Diablotin bird in Dominica. The CARICOM Secretariat moves closer to fully integrating member states, and the fight against the Black Sigatoka disease continues. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after this.
If you can believe this, why can't you believe this?
Uncle tried to make me have sex.
Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
Thank you for staying with us. Funding will soon be obtained under the EU-funded Banana Accompanying Measures, or BAM, to further assist farmers in the ongoing battle against the Black Sigatoka disease. That's according to the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drygo. The Honorable Minister was speaking at a conference on Friday.
As we speak now, Ms. Roberts of the NAO office is in Barbados, meeting with EU officials, putting up a case, so to speak, for Dominica to ensure that the EU's office speed up the process of making the necessary funds available for the fight of Black Sigatoka and the other aspect of the BAM in the agricultural sector, the feeder roads, and other areas.
The Honorable Minister revealed that 20,000 plants being imported from France is expected to be on island soon.
One of the components of the BAM, which is very important for us going forward, is the purchase of some 40,000 banana plants from France. But what government has done with the directive of the Prime Minister, we have fast-tracked, for want of a better word, this process. Government is presently preparing to procure some 20,000 plants of bananas from France. These plants, once they get on the island, will be at the facility, what they call the SMAP facility in Portsmouth, for weaning and hardening. This process will take a couple months. Then these plants will be delivered to targeted farmers in the first instance. Some 20 farmers will be targeted for some 5-acre plot for the development of this 20,000 plants that we are about to import.
The aim, Honorable Drygo said, is to allow farmers the opportunity to receive technical support in the fight against Black Sigatoka.
The target is to ensure that within the year 2015, there would be at least 100,000 fresh, what is known as the William variety plants of bananas on the island, and the farmers will be able to get all the technical support they need in terms of fertilizer and other chemicals, because the understanding is that once the banana field is properly maintained, we can control the spread of Black Sigatoka on the island. So it's a matter of all stakeholders on board.
The minister went on to remind farmers of the responsibility they have in playing their part to fight the disease.
I must say to the farmers that they have a vested responsibility to take care of their fields and to follow the directives given by the field officers attached to the Black Sigatoka unit, for want of a better word. We all know Mr. Ansem, the plant protection officer, is not only on radio, but out there in the field, meeting with farmers, assisting farmers, employing the farmers, the importance of their role in the fight of Black Sigatoka.
In other news, Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Kelva Daru, continues to make good on his promises to his constituents. Last week, the St. Joseph MP took GIS News on a tour of the New Bells water supply project. Honorable Daru also took the opportunity to speak of other projects in the pipeline for these communities. These projects are targeted towards the farmers.
There is also a road project that will commence as soon as the wet area excavation works are complete. That is to the tune of $250,000 to see the completion of the wet area road in the community of Bells. This again will benefit significantly the farmers of the area who have invested significantly in their farms. Bells is an area that we have the best dashing on the island, so a number of the dashing farmers in the area will benefit from that road and access to the farms. And we'll also be installing 2 new Bailey bridges in the wet area that the Ministry of Public Works is currently in the process of they're currently in the process now of making negotiations to have these bridges brought on island, and they will be erected in the wet area as well. And I believe this shows the level of interest that we have in the farmers of this community. Of course, as a member of Parliament, this is a significant project for me.
With the new water supply project and the other projects soon to come on stream, government has created employment for several residents in that constituency. The CARICOM Secretariat is moving towards another stage in its efforts to fully integrate member states of the Caribbean community. A 2-day in-country training for Dominica began on Monday as the next step in creating best practice models and to deliver technical assistance to implement national CSME work plans. The main objective of the training is to familiarize stakeholders with a system developed by a consultancy firm, A2Z Information Jamaica Limited, named the Document and Workflow Management System. Spearheading the training is the CARICOM Secretariat in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade, Energy and Employment. Wanya Isles represents the CARICOM Secretariat.
The project is a testament to ongoing efforts by member governments and the community to further complete and make the single market arrangements more accessible and business-friendly. It provides targeted support to member states in the area of legislative and administrative reform, institutional strengthening, and improvement of channels of information. Our heads of governments, when they met at a retreat meeting in Guyana in 2011, called for the consolidation of the gains of the CARICOM single market. Further, at the 35th regular meeting in July of 2014, the Conference of Heads of Governments approved the strategic plan for the Caribbean community, 2015 to 2019.
One of the priorities of the CARICOM Strategic Plan 2015-2019 is to accelerate the implementation and use of the Caribbean single market and economy.
Within the context of these decisions, the work under the CARICOM Trade and Competitiveness Project is critical as it directly responds to improving and strengthening the single market arrangements. The work executed by the consultant A2Z Information Jamaica Limited is pivotal since it focuses on the transformation through standardization and harmonization of the practices and procedures as called for by the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. The solution proposed by the consultant also responds to the treaty obligations to modernize government's bureaucracies.
Also, part of the process is the OECS Secretariat. Safia Horn-Beek is the program officer for the Regional Integration Unit at the OECS Secretariat. She says that while this project is at a CARICOM level, it adds to the integration process at the OECS level. A2Z Information Jamaica Limited will work with stakeholders to install IT equipment, software, web interfaces, data management systems, and train staff on the new system. Dr. Noel Watson is the consultant for A2Z Information Jamaica Limited and says the new system will make it easier to access rights under the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas.
In other words, those who wish to apply for skilled national certificate or service provider certificate, or wish to move to invest and set up businesses in other member states, this system that's been developed should facilitate that. So no longer will you need to go and stand up in a line to get your application forms, because you'll be able to do that online on your laptop, desktop, iPad, Samsung Galaxy, or whatever you use. You'll be able to do that. The person that's going to process it will now be able to process it online rather than going through manual documents. And the persons approving will be able to approve online or electronically rather than going through a whole set of documents. The minister will be able to sign electronically, and you will even be able to pay online once your legislation is in place. So as you can see, we're completely changing the way we do business in the region. And the beautiful thing about the system, it's the same system that's available to persons all across the region. In other words, what we see in Dominica is what the people see in Jamaica, St. Kitts, Barbados, etc., etc.
All this is part of Component 100 of the CARICOM Trade and Competitiveness Project in the CARICOM region. The project is funded by the Government of Canada. A team comprising officials of the Division of Forestry and Wildlife and the organization Environmental Protection the Caribbean, or EPIC, has been since the beginning of this year searching for the rare and endangered bird Diablotin on the island. Last found nesting in Dominica over 150 years ago, the Diablotin is the namesake of both Mont Diablotin and Mono Diable. The decline in its numbers worldwide is attributed to overhunting by its predators, cats and rats, habitat loss, and human harvesting. The team's objective is to determine whether the endangered bird is still nesting in Dominica. The black-capped petrel or Diablotin bird is a nocturnal seabird, which means it spends its days feeding at sea and nesting in the burrows 3 feet deep on the highest and steepest mountain peaks at night.
Almost the entire population of birds feeds off of the United States. So they'll fly up to a few thousand miles to feed and then come back to places like Dominica to nest. But they require a pristine habitat, which is why they're not found on most islands in the Caribbean. They require undisturbed forest habitat that's very steep, and Dominica has that. So the places that we're looking and the places that they historically were are the highest areas.
To locate the Diablotin, the team is using radar to find the species' flight paths and nest areas. This has helped to find the rare bird on the island of Hispaniola, and the team is looking forward to positive results in Dominica.
There's this historical, aspect of it where, this is a bird that is known to have been nesting on Dominica more than 150 years ago. As you said, Mont Diablotin is named after this bird, and as well as Udiab, Mont Udiab. So you have these two mountain regions in Dominica that's, linked, to the nesting activity of this bird. And I think too there would be a cultural aspect of it as well, so I think it's very important for us to have this research program. And as Adam said earlier, these are some of the opportunities that Dominica offers, to research and environmental conservation.
That discussion took place in GIS studios on Tuesday. The panel also included moderator Jacqueline Andre of the Ministry of Agriculture and Marshall Sultan of the Forestry, Wildlife and Parks Division. The findings will be released when that study is complete at the end of this month. And finally, 32 Calypsonians took to the stage last Saturday to battle for a spot for the next round of competition. Among those selected were newcomers The Professor, a former 3-time junior monarch, and Stingray, daughter of veteran Calypsonian Explosion. This year, Calypso fans were also treated to the return of Caressa, who was out for the 2014 Calypso season. Explosion, Black Diamond, Buplé, Stingray, Caresser, Lady Star, Comforter, Vigilante, Daddy Chess, Superior Picky, The Professor, The Bob, Chris B, Jammer B, Observer, JD, Lugers, Hunter, and Young Bull will take the stage on January 31st for the Calypso semi-finals. Calypsonians Benno, Wave, and Leona, who made it to the finals last year, fell short this year. The competition was judged based on lyrics, melody, rendition, and presentation. Here are a few clips from Saturday's show.
We don't have skyscraper, but please ask how you do. We don't have helicopter, but our welcome to you is true, cause the country nice, boy. The country nice.
He'll do it again. Believe me, it will be my fault. So before you kill me, I bring this thing to a halt. Police, please. Why?
High blood pressure, oh God.
You never got that.
Black man killing each other, oh oh.
You never get
But
that.
you want to kill, you want to steal. Why me? Blood clot, them things hurting the family.
Blood clot.
That is why we have to say
Sorry,
because we did not know. Sorry, we hurt your ego. Now we are down on our knees. We begging you please. Why are you in competition? Is dice who winning crowns? But we've been fools all along. You're the Lord of the art form, the God of Calypso Kingdom.
But it is what it is. Maybe politics and guys so go hand in hand. Maybe a strategic concept annually planned. Maybe a change would have spoiled the plans for many. Maybe for others jackpot of the century.
Calls are coming to my surprise. Text messages from every walk of life. One politician, he come knocking like Nicodemus in the night. Now everybody, I will pray for you in Jesus' name.
And before we go, here are a few announcements. The Youth Development Division invites applications from young men and women wishing to pursue training with the Youth Skills Training Program in computer skills at Castle Bruce, Roseau, Grand Bay, Portsmouth, and Wesley, which commences in February. Applications are also invited for the electrical wiring and woodwork programs. Application forms can be obtained from the Youth Development Division's office on Charles Avenue, Goodwill, or from district youth officers and should be returned no later than January 30th, 2015. The Roseau City Council wishes to advise vendors selling marketable commodities on the sidewalks on Old Street, King George V Street, Cross Street, Independence Street, and other areas in the city that they should desist from this practice effective 31st January 2015. In accordance with legislation, all marketable commodities must be sold at the designated place, that is the Roseau Market. Vendors refusing to comply will be prosecuted. Persons wishing to vend for the carnival season must obtain and fill out the necessary application form at the office of the Roseau City Council and pay the associated fees prior to the erection of any bars or stalls on the sidewalks for Carnival Monday and Tuesday, February 16th and 17th, 2015 respectively. This also applies to vending outside of the respective venues where carnival activities are being held in the city of Roseau. Bars or stalls erected without the necessary authorization of the council will be confiscated and a fee will be imposed for repossession of the same. As part of its ongoing Black Sigatoka management program, the Division of Agriculture wishes to advise farmers that spraying has commenced in all 7 agricultural regions from last week. Farmers are urged to de-leaf all affected plantain and banana trees and to clean up fields as soon as possible. Those fields which are not cleaned will not be sprayed. Your usual cooperation is solicited. And members of the public are reminded that in keeping with the provisions of Social Security Amendment Act 2 of 2012 and Social Security Amendment Regulations 4, 7, and 8 of 2012, the following changes took effect as of January 1st, 2015. 1. Increase in pensionable age shall increase from 61.5 years to 62 years. Notwithstanding the above stated increase, an insured person who has satisfied the necessary contribution requirements for receipt of an age benefit may, at any time, after attaining the age of 60 years, opt to claim for the payment of a reducing age benefit. 2. Increase in the contribution rate. That is, the contribution rate in respect of employees, self-employed persons, and voluntary contributors shall increase by 1/4 or 0.25%. Further clarification on these changes can be obtained from the Office of the Dominica Social Security. And that's the English segment of the news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole Highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement dominicain a porté plan Figure France pour distribuer pour certains habitants en Dominique. Parole celle-là sortie du ministère de l'Agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drago, au ligne des maladies Black Sigatoka, qui a bien détruit l'industrie figue et puis banane en Dominique.
Premier ministre là, M. Skerrit, a approuvé pour nous ça, pour l'argent ministry et puis order 20 000 plans figues à France. C'est plan figue ça qui quand les gens vivent en pays, nous qui mènent au Guantans pour ça mettre pour ça venir weather see pour ça planter yo. You don't follow the process because it's a tissue culture petit plan. You can mène yo dans facility nous Guantans là, et you can pas you can prendre pour 3 mois et puis nous qui bas ça pour special habitants. Et pas tout habitant parce que ou les habitants qui sérieux qui point ces plans fixes yo avec qui planter yo avait content qu'à aller gouvernement pour les bam là commencer gouvernement qui a mené 20 000 par 20 000 par 20 000 j'ai que nous 100 000 à ces plans fixes yo fouiller un pays et puis nous qui a occuper bien pour revitalize affaires figues là et puis nous qui a supporter banane aussi pour monde qui a banane pour aider yo pour nous vivre mettre industrie figue dans les pays.
Ministre Drago fait parole que Dominique c'est pas le premier pays qui affecte le Black Sigatoka. Honorable Drago aussi fait parole si pour le gouvernement qui want pour compagnie fair trade.
Dominique c'est pas la première place qui tape pour Black Sigatoka. Et puis tous les autres pays qui tape pour Black Sigatoka, là nous actuellement, il y a un temps là il était comme ça. So pour ces gens qui là kani pas de bouche et puis kani pas mauvais parole contre l'industrie figue là, ils pas fiers pour l'industrie. Parce que ils savent gouvernement a un commitment pour lever l'industrie figue là and so on. So nous que kaba ces femmes tout support les besoins. Additionally, même ministre agriculture qui a travaillé et puis fair trade. Fait je pas qu'il a fait pas yo. Même ministre agriculture qui a travaillé fair trade. Et puis mois prochain bon mois prochain nous avons employé ça nous créer un champion pour aider nous avec aider fair trade avec ça fait figue pays so moun ça qui a acheté tous ces papiers figue là qui travaille avec fair trade avec nous qui travaille ensemble avec pour worker nous ba fair trade et puis ça fait figue là tout support là il besoin avec tous ces plans neufs nous amener et puis tous ces plans c'est écas là nous les puis planter et so on nous qui travaille tout ces support ça pour mettre ça fait figue là à les pieds parce que ça fait figue là bien important pour nous en Dominique.
En notre nouvelle, ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, qu'a fait parole que le gouvernement a tient commitment pour technologie, jouer un pas autant significant en délivrance éducation haute qualité. Honorable Saint-Jean fait parole que réalité salam qu'a existé en tout ministère de l'éducation pays régional et puis en CARICOM. Ministre Saint-Jean dit Dominique Sibosé positionné quoi si le développement salam. Ministre de l'Éducation qui tout de suite lancé un programme pour promouvoir la technologie en toute l'école pays là, qui a commencé et puis l'école secondaire et puis State College Dominique. Et de ces raisons là, le gouvernement qui fait distribution tablette pour chaque étudiant, bagaille qui a commencé l'année académique là. Pour mettre ça là, c'est fait par le Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt pendant la campagne l'année 2014. Ministre Saint-Jean dit l'école première qui est branchée en affaires technologie. Deuxième phase en programme là. En toute nouvelle, mon bacchanal Mass Dominique, quand tu as bon avis, mané pour conduire pour Mass Dominique l'année 2015. Parole ça là, sur le officier DFC, M. Val Coffey.
Si vous avez trop pas faire sortir avec vous, si vous avez faire l'amour, mettez ça au ça. Parler avec Nurse Frampton, parler taper AIDS. C'est ça qu'on fait. C'est amuser qu'on ne pas faire sortir comme on est pour vivre, on est pour voir qu'on a bon mérite avec tout le monde. So pas ça faire sorte. On nous a fait, si on nous a fait parler avec les petits l'autre on pas connaître ça qu'on fait. C'est un effet positif avec pour carnaval ça là.
Et puis finalement, Ross University fait bienvenue 200 avec 33 étudiants neufs en campus à la semaine passée. Ces étudiants-là acceptés pendant une cérémonie en l'occasion de l'université là, vendredi qui passé. Ministre Tourist, Honorable Senator Robert Tong, dit on bienvenue pour ces étudiants-là pendant la cérémonie pour les accepter. Si l'homme ministre Tong, il a gardé devant ces étudiants-là qui est bien confortable pendant qu'ils ont étudié en Dominique. Ministre Tong a visé ces étudiants-là pour étudier bien web et puis taper succès. Et aussi crié à ces étudiants-là pour signer bon nouvelle unique touriste Dominique qu'a offert. En même temps aussi, Dean et puis Chancellor Dr. Robert Flaherty dit on bienvenue pour ces étudiants-là en université là et puis aviser eux pour servir les ressources available en l'école là. En ces 200 avec 33 étudiants-là, DC Hot Dominique, depuis 1978, plus que 11 000 étudiants déjà gradués de Ross University. Merci mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up, your tip of the day.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
Having problems remembering people's names? It happens to almost everyone from time to time. But if it's a permanent issue for you, it's time to do your best to stop what is a habit of bad listening. If you're shy, nervous, bored, or facing people who awe you, these can all feed into your name forgetfulness. But they're not an excuse. There are ways to remember names and to keep yourself in the social graces of everyone. Here's one simple tip to use. When someone tells you their name, say it out loud back to them. Saying their name out loud gives you a chance to recall it, sends a message that you care, and forces you to remember how to pronounce it. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GISNewsDominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching.